What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome to the first video for Tower of Fantasy. Now, if you have not heard of this game, you're either living under a rock or you're just not into these kind of games. So this is considered the quote-unquote, I'm using the popular term, the Genshin Impact killer. I don't like the term personally. I think they're great games unto themselves. I think they bring a lot to the forefront for action RPG, MMO role-playing games. But I want to show you guys today what a whale account looks like in Tower of Fantasy and whether it's actually relevant in a PvE sense. Now, I have not done any PvP personally. We haven't unlocked that yet, or at least I'm not at that point yet. Right now, I believe the cap is level 30 for the servers on global, and I have to say, so far I'm loving the game. It's very, very similar to Genshin Impact. So if you like Genshin Impact and you want a more futuristic feel to it, I think the controls are a little better here. I think the graphics are better for Genshin Impact. So there's plus and minuses. There's mounts here. Genshin Impact doesn't have that, and I think Genshin Impact is just a great game overall and has better ports. But one thing I did in Genshin Impact that I'm trying to do here is to see whether whaling is required. Now, I did whale quite a bit in Genshin Impact. Now, Tower of Fantasy, I don't know if it requires the same thing. So what I've done, guys, is I've gone ahead and spent $2,000, all right? I'm going to tell you guys $2,000 is up front was what I spent. I'm going to show you guys what $2,000 can get you in this game. I know for Genshin Impact, for example, I spent about 5 or 6. Wasn't worth it. Didn't need to do it. It was extremely free-to-play friendly. I would have got, not as far, obviously, in terms of some of the things, some of the content, but it wasn't. I didn't need to do it, right? So the question is, does Tower of Fantasy require you to be a pay-to-win player? From a PvE perspective, yes or no? I'm going to show you guys gameplay and what $2,000 can get you, okay? So if you guys have seen the tier list, we don't have all the CN characters yet. So we have all the A tier characters. So for us, these A tier characters are going to be S tier. So what I've done, guys, is I've gone ahead and done a couple of summons, which I wish I recorded. Unfortunately, my system wasn't working at the time, so I didn't get the recording done. But I want to show you guys what I've got here. So I've got Samir, I've got King, and I've got Nemesis, okay? So right now, if you look at my weapons, I've got, for 2K, okay, I've got Nemesis maxed out, so that's the Venus weapons. I've got the dual EM stars maxed out. I've got King at 2 stars, but I've got 2 more trade items. So I'm waiting for this to reset. It's in 2 more days. I can get 2 more of these to get to the 4 stars, okay? Now, if we go to my warehouse, though, as you can see here, I've got quite a bit more going on. I've got the Chakram of the Seas to 4 stars. I've got all the purple ones pretty much maxed out. I've got the bow here, I believe. Let me just check an upgrade. I don't know if I have an extra. I don't have an extra one for that. I think I have this negating cube. I can do 2 of those. I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to bother doing that yet just because I'm not really using the character yet right now. So I'm not using Zero. Let's see, these ones here, I believe I can upgrade her. So Coco here, I believe I can do 2 times as well. So again, not using her as a healer. I'm going DPS right now. And then Thunderblades for I don't know how much I have for Thunderblades. Let me double check here. So let's check here. Advancement, I've got none. So nothing for Thunderblades. I believe for the Thunderblades, in order to if you get it to 6 stars, it really becomes the most powerful weapon probably. But besides that, not really good. I don't have Meryl yet, and I don't have the Molten Shield yet. So here you go, guys. 2K, all of these weapons pretty much ready to go, okay? I'm going to show you guys gameplay as well and how far 2K can take you in a PvE sense, okay? So I can tell you now, world boss, solo, no problems. That's the first world boss. Second world boss, the Frostbot, I think it's called. I have not tried yet, so at level 30, I don't know if I'll be able to solo it. Maybe we'll be able to. Elements do matter quite a bit here. And then I'm going to show you a joint exercise, which is essentially a co-op gameplay, okay? Also, the Matricide here, I've got Nemesis, Kings, I got 4 Kings, I got 4 Nemesis, and I've got 4 Samirs in order to maximize the damage output and skills. Now, the purpose, guys, of maxing these out, number 1, you can see here there's a 2-piece set and a 4-piece set for each character. And then the weapons, also, the more stars you have, the more power, more skill, the evolution of the weapon continues, right? So as you can see, all these things are activated, all right? And then also the characters themselves, if you give them enough gifts, you can actually end up getting other traits unlocked for the character. So it's extremely important to note that. Now, whaling has not affected that yet, but for 2K, as you can see here, I've got quite a bit. Now, I will tell you, the equivalent to Genshin Impact, it cost me 5k to be somewhere in the same ballpark, so it was almost half the price. The pity system in this game is really good, so I'm going to go to that real quick to show you guys what the pity system looks like. If you guys do the banner pity system, special orders, so right now the banner is Nemesis, which is the right here, Rebirth of Clemency. 80 gives you an actual SSR. Along the way, though, you can get multiple SSRs. I've pulled 3 SSRs in one pull before. So I will say this, in terms of the amount that the pity system offers, it's really good. It's actually one of the lowest pity systems I've ever seen. So making that and the mattresses, I hope I'm saying that, I don't even know I'm saying that, like easy to get. So this is 40. So as you can see here, it's not a lot in order to get these. So if you're whaling, to be quite honest, I don't promote whaling usually, because I always say, you know, if you can't spend, don't spend on video games. I do it because I'm a content creator. I get my money back. It's pretty straightforward, but $2,000 gets you quite a bit in this game. All right, so what I want to show you guys real quick here while we're here is what $2,000 does in terms of a damage perspective. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick dungeon with you guys. These are called joint operations. So I'm going to go ahead and do right now one of these. I don't have enough stamina for it to really affect, for me to get anything, but I'm going to go ahead and we're not going to purchase. We're going to continue. Actually, let's find a team first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do, let's just do, let's do this one. Okay, we'll request it. And then, actually, you know what? We'll match. We'll just match. We'll continue. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So watch my damage, okay, versus majority of the players you're going to meet are going to be free-to-play players. So I'm going to show you guys the difference in damage. Now I'm using I'm using the EM dual star pistols. I'm using Venus, which is Nemesis weapon, at 6 stars. Both are 6 stars, and then I'm using King's Scythe, which is at 2 stars, right? And 2 stars is still quite a bit. You get quite a bit of firepower from that. But watch the damage difference, all right? In terms of me as a whale versus them. Now it's up to you if you want to continue whaling. Again, this game is very co-op friendly, so realistically you don't have to spend a dime to really thrive in this, because a lot of the people you're going to play with are going to be able to carry you. Right, so let's just watch and see how we do. Now you might meet another whale around here. We'll see, but it's off to a good start already. Let's go ahead and get this. I don't even know if I have enough. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll do that. Let's move on. If you guys have never seen this game before, it is pretty bomb. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting hurt here. There we go. There we go. I don't think I've ever done this dungeon yet. So the way the co-op works is a 4-man dungeon. Essentially, you fight mobs, you fight bosses, and then you move on and you get loot. It's very straightforward. They're really quick. I find this game to be a lot easier to play than Genshin Impact as well, in terms of the amount of time it requires you to commit. The one thing I always had a problem with Genshin Impact, it was just too much of a grind, right? Now, we are very early on in the game, of course. Apparently, later on, the game gets very grindy, because the way this game works right now is it caps you for the amount of levels you can get a day and how far you can get in the game. So they do that purposely in order to allow people to advance, and I believe it's like day 88 or something where we can reach the max level. So it takes a little bit of time to max out anyways, so you don't have to worry about if you're just starting now, if you're going to be behind or not. You won't be behind, I promise. So look at the difference in damage. You guys can already see that, right? It's pretty substantial. 318k versus 35k. Like that's pretty crazy difference. You're talking about 10 times the difference in damage. So that's what 2k can get you if you decide to whale in this game. Again though, is it relevant? Is it needed? Absolutely not. As you guys can see here, from just the way that everyone's playing, it's very co-op it's very co-op friendly. It's meant to be played with teams. So I can come in here and dominate this whole thing by myself, but I believe that kind of defeats the purpose of the whole game, right? Like, you want to come play with people and actually have fun playing with them. So I'm doing this because, again, content creator, can make money back. Not only that, but I enjoy whaling. It's just something that I enjoy doing. Again, I don't promote it as per usual, but it's not the worst thing in the world for someone who can make the money back to do. Alright, so there you go, guys. As you can see here, look at the damage difference, 767,000. That's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. So there you have it. Look at that crazy difference, 802k. It's literally 10 times the amount of everybody else. So as you can see, it all comes down to how much money you spend. So will PvP impact whaling? I am not sure. From my understanding, there's 2 modes. There's a PvP mode where gear actually is calculated based on what you own, and there's a PvP mode where gear is not calculated, and it's even everybody gets max gear, and it's skill level, right? Skill based, which is great because that allows free-to-play players to compete against whales, and a lot of free-to-play players know what they're doing. So money doesn't just dictate where we're going. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you guys liked the video and you guys want more content on this game, give it a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section. I will be more than happy to make content on this game for you guys if you guys want to. I did make a lot of content for Genshin Impact, and I quit the game, so obviously I stopped. But I'm always more than happy to continue doing other games. But this is Tower of Fantasy, guys. If you have not tried it out, it's free right now. Check it out. It's on Google, Apple, it's on PC as well. So those are the 3 major ports. It's unfortunately not on the consoles, but you can use a controller on your PC to play it. I personally love playing on the PC, so that's where we're at right now. Again, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, don't spend if you can't afford it, guys. Don't put yourself in a hole. But hell, whaling is always fun. If you can't afford it, all the power to you. It's up to you. But as you can see here, 2K gets you quite a bit in this game at this point in time. All right, everybody, have a good one. Take care.